Hi and welcome back. Just going to do a little make this afternoon. I think I'm going to try and use little bubble effect in the background. The image I've taken from the Fairies book. Okay, so that's the one that we're going to be using today. So I've already stuck my image down and I've put some clear gesso over the top because I'm going to be using Oxides in a moment to do my different bits and pieces. So I've put that down already. My moon stencil. Okay, so hopefully you can all see that. I've just put a little dot in the middle so I don't use it. I've just made these myself, but you can buy moon stencils. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up some Kitsch Flamingo today to take off a bit. I just want a very faint line around the outside. Just be careful of our wings. Okay, just a very gentle image going round, a bit of shading. Like I said, just be conscious of her wings there. And that should just give us our first gentle little bit of colour onto the page. There you go. Okay, see how that's like spotlighted her already, and it's just made it nice and gentle into the image. I'm going to do some bubbles throughout, so I'm just going to create all the bubbles and then you can see how I'm doing this. So first of all, I'm going to be using some Kitsch Flamingo to bring it in. Okay, so these can be all different sizes. Okay, I've got some Stormy Sky. I'm just going to add that into my bubble. And I'm going to add in also a little bit of antique linen. Okay, so bring that into the bubble and hopefully that will give us our nice bubble effect. Okay, so I'm going to carry on doing that, so bear with me a moment while I just do all the little bit of bubbles, and I'll back to you in a moment. Okay, so that's our little bubbles done. I will put some additional highlights into the little bubbles in a moment, but for now, basically what I'm going to do here is just do a little bit of shading at the bottom. So I'm going to use some grey colours that I've got. So I've just got my Zig Pen. This is 91. I'm hoping this will be perfect shade. Yep, perfect. Perfect. Might need to add a little bit darker shading because I want it so that you can't really see the join from one to the other. You can bring it into the image because we've put gesso on, so it just helps to bring those two together within your make. Bring that colour into the flowers again so it matches. Add some additional bits in if you wish to. Lightly bring them in, blend it back in. I'll get my black in a moment anyway to add that in after to make it a little bit darker. Okay. Use graphite, then just get your blending stump and then just smooth it out. You can just use your finger if you haven't got a blending stump or a rubber, and it just helps to bring those two together and then add in that additional depth. Bring down your graphite and it brings that down. Hopefully you can see that. What I am going to do now is just do a bit of over stamping, and I'm going to use versifying clear sand dune, but I'm actually going to do a second stamping. So basically all that means is I am going to take off the first lot of ink and then just over stamp. Okay, again, I don't want it too harsh, I just want it to be a faint because we're going over the image, but it just makes, so that one there wasn't strong enough. I'm hoping you can see that just when I'm stamping a little bit. Okay, so nice and gentle, bring that in. It just gives your image just that soft, gentle touch. She's sitting in a beautiful field. They could be bubbles, they could be, just trying to think what they could be. Nice little bubbles, but also just like floating fairies off the dandelions that you get. Okay, so I might add in a little bit of grey just to the bottom there, or even a little bit of pink actually. I've got some pink, I might add in some pink just to blend it in with everything else. So again, gently, not too much. There you go. It just adds in that splash of colour and bring the whole picture together. Just put some around her boots there. Again, just so she's not... there you go. I think that's fine. Okay. Sorry, my chair's really squeaky. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to work on the bubbles and give them some more definition. So I've got my Zig Pen liner. Again, these are great for that additional highlighting. Could use other white highlighters. I've got a jelly roll, so I'll try that in a moment if this doesn't work. So I'm gently going to add in some little highlights to the bubbles. It makes it more realistic. Again, bring it round. Big one just down here. It just gives them that more definition. Quick and easy to do, quick and easy little make that hasn't taken us very long. You could have put additional colour in if you wanted to. But again, I just wanted a delicate, simple little make. What I think I might do is actually add some pink edging around the side. So if I bring back in, should I do pink or should I do lilac? No, I think I'll do a bit of pale pink. Bring back in the Kitsch Flamingo. Just make sure this is dry before I do it. And then basically I'm just going to add in a pink haze. Hopefully you can see that. Just a pink haze all the way around the image to bring it together. Don't come in too far. Like I said, you're just edging the page. Make it a little bit deeper in the corners here if you wanted to. There you go. The pink haze behind the flowers there, just so that they don't stick out. I do like a little bit white space though. There. Okay. Okay, where's my jelly roll? She's got lace on her dress, and I just like to put a few dots on because it just highlights the lace around and in the top of her socks there. Just highlight the laces. Just those little finishing touches, a little bit of white splash on the rocks to highlight the rocks. Brings those to life a bit more. Sorry, I've gone a little bit quiet while I'm just doing some little bits and pieces. There we go. Okay, additional little highlights on the plants, on the little flowers in the background, just to bring it all together. Don't need to do too many, it just brings all the little pieces together. Okay, I think that okay. And then I'm just going to add my white splashes. Let's get my ink. Just using some Winsor & Newton white. Pop on a little cover for her face. I'm not going to put too many. Okay, that'll do. Let me just take out one of those. That's a bit too much, that one. Oh, can I save it? Yep, saved it. Saved by the bell. Okay, and then last of all, I have got a few words. So do I put them this side or do I put them this side? I think I'm going to put them here. So remember, okay. And then what I'm going to do is just move that so you can see what I'm doing. Just slightly edge those so they stand out a little bit more. This gives them a shadow. There you go. And there you go. I just feel like I need something in this particular corner. So I've got, I'll use my black one. And there you go. Hope you like that. Okay, thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon.